Former President Donald Trump surprised many when he ordered airstrikes against Houthi rebels in Yemen. This unexpected move marks a significant escalation in U.S. involvement in the region. It raises questions about Trump's foreign policy approach and its potential consequences. The airstrikes have reignited debates about America's role in the Middle East. Critics argue that military intervention could exacerbate tensions and lead to unintended consequences. They point to past interventions in the region, which have often had mixed results. Supporters of the airstrikes argue that they are necessary to counter Iranian influence in the region. They believe that a strong U.S. military presence is crucial to deterring aggression and promoting stability. The situation is complex and there are valid arguments on both sides. However, what remains clear is that Trump's decision to launch airstrikes in Yemen will have far-reaching implications for the region and beyond. The conflict in Yemen has already resulted in one of the worst humanitarian crises in the world. Millions of people are facing starvation, and the healthcare system is on the brink of collapse. The recent airstrikes have only worsened the situation. The strikes have caused civilian casualties and further damaged critical infrastructure. This makes it even more difficult to deliver aid to those who desperately need it. The international community must prioritize the protection of civilians and ensure that humanitarian assistance reaches those most affected by the conflict. The United Nations has called for a ceasefire and urged all parties to engage in dialogue. However, a political solution seems distant as fighting continues to escalate. The conflict in Yemen is a stark reminder of the devastating human cost of war. The international community must work together to find a peaceful resolution to the conflict in Yemen. The lives of millions of innocent people are at stake. The airstrikes in Yemen come at a time when the United States is re-evaluating its role in the Middle East. The Biden administration has been seeking to reduce U.S. military involvement in the region and focus on other priorities. However, the recent events in Yemen suggest that disengagement from the Middle East may be more difficult than anticipated. The U.S. still has vital interests in the region, including countering terrorism and ensuring the free flow of oil. The Biden administration now faces a dilemma. It must balance its desire to reduce U.S. military engagement in the Middle East with the need to protect American interests and prevent further instability. Finding the right balance will be crucial for the future of U.S. foreign policy in the region. The decisions made now will have lasting consequences for the Middle East and beyond. European nations have expressed concern over the U.S. airstrikes in Yemen. They fear that the strikes could further destabilize the region and undermine efforts to find a peaceful resolution to the conflict. The European Union has called for restraint and urged all parties to return to the negotiating table. They have also pledged to increase humanitarian aid to Yemen. However, European nations have been hesitant to take a more active role in the conflict. This difference in approach has highlighted the growing divide between the U.S. and its European allies on foreign policy. The Trump administration's unilateral decision to launch airstrikes in Yemen has further strained transatlantic relations. The Biden administration will need to work hard to repair the damage done to the transatlantic alliance. Rebuilding trust and cooperation will be essential for addressing common challenges such as climate change, pandemics, and global security.